Hello, and welcome to Storytime with me, Ollie English. Today's short story is entitled, Rosie, the Dragon Tamer. So let's dive in, shall we? Once upon a time, in a cozy little house on Light Street, lived a girl named Rosie. Rosie was brave, curious, and loved drawing dragons with sparkly scales. But there was one dragon she never drew, the tiny, invisible dragon that only she could see. This dragon was no bigger than a kitten at first. It had smoky purple wings, twinkly anxious eyes, and a habit of whispering things like, "What if you trip at school?" or "What if nobody likes your drawing?" Every time it whispered, Rosie's tummy felt fluttery, and her hands got a little shaky. One sunny morning, Rosie decided, enough is enough. I'm going to tame you, dragon. First, she tried yoga. She rolled out her mat in the living room, stretched into tree pose, and breathed in and out. The dragon floated upside down, watching. For a moment it looked calmer, then it whispered, "But what if you fall over?" Rosie wobbled and giggled. "Okay, yoga helps a bit, but you're still here." Next, her logical big brother, Leo, came to help. Leo loved facts and plans. "Let's invent a Zapper gadget," he said. Together they built a silly machine from cardboard tubes, rubber bands, and an old flashlight. They called it the Super Duper Worrybuster 3000. Rosie pointed it at the dragon and shouted, "Zap!" Lights flashed. The dragon blinked, sneezed tiny smoke rings, but stayed exactly the same size. Science didn't work either, Rosie sighed. That's when Marco burst in. Marco, her best friend who had more energy than a puppy on a trampoline. "I heard there's a dragon party," he cheered. "Let's play with it instead of fighting it." Marco grabbed a feather duster and pretended it was a magic wand. Abracadabra. Turn into a tickle dragon. He tickled the air where Rosie pointed. Rosie couldn't help it. She laughed so hard her dragon started bouncing like a rubber ball. With each bounce, it looked smaller. "Let's talk to it," Marco suggested. "Hi, dragon. What are you worried about today?" Rosie took a deep breath. "I'm worried I'll make a mistake in art class and everyone will laugh." The dragon's eyes got big, then soft. Rosie kept going. "But maybe making mistakes is how I learn to draw even better dragons. And Leo says everybody messes up sometimes. Even inventors." Marco added, "And I'll still think you're the best artist ever, even if your dragon has 6 legs by accident." Rosie smiled. She patted the air gently, right where the dragon hovered. "Thank you for trying to keep me safe, little dragon. But I can handle this." Puff! A tiny puff of sparkly smoke swirled. The dragon shrank to the size of a butterfly. Its wings shimmered less anxiously and more happily. From that day on, whenever the dragon appeared, Rosie didn't run or zap or hide. She said hello, listened to its whisper, then answered with a brave thought or a silly joke. Sometimes she drew it a tiny friend in her sketchbook. Each time she did, the dragon got a little smaller, until one day it was no bigger than a shiny pebble she could carry in her pocket. And you know what? That little pebble dragon turned out to be a pretty good reminder. Worries are normal, but they don't have to be the boss. Rosie felt lighter, braver, and ready for any adventure. She laughed more, drew wilder dragons, and even shared her pictures without a single flutter. Because when you face worries with courage, a little help from friends, and a big dose of humor, wonderful things can happen, and Rosie's world, it sparkled with joy. This concludes today's short story. I hope that you found it interesting as well as entertaining. Be on the lookout for more from Top and Associates. Until then, see you next time.